Might be live.
Hi, if you are here.
Hello.
Hi.
We are doing a test run right now. We are joined. It is currently Rude, myself, Brian, and our tech guy Josh. Right now, we're currently before we do our next campaign, we are testing the microphones, testing the cameras to make sure that everything is in tip-top shape, and seeing what adjustments we have to make before our next session in 2 weeks. So I'm gonna run through a quick little story type event with Rude and Tech Guy in and out as he's checking levels and all that kind of thing. And we'll be in and out, so just bear with us and we'll see how it goes.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna start with the setting. It's a cold, dark night. There is snow on the ground. You have been quested with receiving an item from a household. As far as you know, this house has been abandoned and there should be no one within the house. So you and an associate that you have met along the way are currently moving towards this building and looking to procure a certain object that a guild wants. They have hired you to retrieve this object. The house itself is a large, very large, almost mansion-like house. I would definitely say it's about 3 stories high. It looks to be locked up. You see no lights within the vicinity, so there should be no one within the household as far as you know.
Well, Jumbo goes up to the front door and knocks quite loudly. Hello? Anybody home?
He knocks. The knock echoes throughout the household, and it does not seem that anyone hears.
Well, he tries the door, see if it's unlocked or not.
You jiggle the handle, and the door seems to be locked. I also need you to roll acrobatics real quick.
Oh boy. 8.
You feel a warm sensation upon your hand that you had not noticed when you grabbed the handle, and it seems there is a burn mark now on your hand.
Do I take damage?
I need dice. I did not bring dice. Someone give me a set, please. Thank you.
Here, have a bag of dice.
A bag of dice! Yay!
Just what I've always wanted.
I've always wanted a bag. Do. Let me just pull out what I need. Don't need that. And I think all I need after that is a D4. Where's the triangle dice? There it is. Okay, cool. I think that's it. Okay, cool. 1 damage.
Well, at that, Jumble cries out in Orcish. He's practically slobbering with rage.
The other person that's there too is a tall man in a coat. Definitely looks very thievish. He was sent with you to help get this task done from the guild itself, and he's like, "What was that all about? That's weird. Is that actually hot?"
Shows the burn mark.
Roll to intimidate.
Oops. Let's see. Intimidation. No, 18.
Yeah, Merv is really freaked out. He that scared you yelling like that has kind of like frightened him a bit because you're just like shaking your hand, and as big and tall as you are and scary looking, you're just and he's just like ah, woo! And so he's taking back a little bit, like he's like almost in the like hands up, like don't hit me.
Well, all of a sudden, I'm terribly sorry about that, good sir, but yes, it does appear that the doorknob is quite scalding hot, as I show my hand.
As you show your hand, you look, and you can definitely tell that whatever the emblem is upon the knob is now burnt within the skin of your hand.
Oh, lovely. Another scar. Just what we
Oh,
always
man.
needed.
Merv then comes to you and wraps up your hand with some bandages. He's like, here, man, that's gotta suck. It's a good thing I have these. I usually stick these down the drain as my calling sign. But these will be great for your hand. I think there's a window next to it, so I'm gonna try that. So he walks over stealthily and he's gonna try and open the window. And he fails. He lifts it up a little bit. He thought he had it. Looks over like, yeah, and then lets go of his fingers and it comes back down.
Well, suddenly Jumble just is back to raging, and he's gonna just bust down that door that hurt him.
All right, roll for strength.
Athletics?
Athletics, yep.
Okay. Let's see, that's 22
Okay. 22?
for strength, athletics.
Oh yeah, you completely smashed that door down. I need you to, while you're doing that, I also need you to roll acrobatics after that.
Oh boy. Let's see, well, I'll use that. Oh, nice. 11, 15.
Okay. I'm gonna give you this choice. First, okay, well, before this happens, I want you to roll perception.
Perception. 18.
Okay, give you the choice for this. So once you kick down that door, you realize there was a string attached to it, and it pulled, and something comes swinging from what seems like the top of the door towards your head. It's a hammer attached to some weird board, and it just woof right towards you. I'm either going to allow you to catch that thing before it hits you, or I'm going to allow you to move out of the way. I'll give you the choice.
Can I headbutt it?
If you want, yes.
Okay, yeah, he's in that mood right now, so he's just gonna headbutt that thing as he sees it coming.
You headbutt the hammer, and Merv is in disbelief because that thing just comes right off the board after that and goes spiraling out through the living room. Just splintered into pieces, besides whatever's left of the metal from the hammer itself, across the floor. Merv, oh, wow! He is shocked to see this unfold. You're really strong! That was crazy! What kind of house is this?
All of a sudden, Jumble kind of shakes his head. Oh, hey, we got inside. Why do I got a headache?
You okay, man? You talk a little bit funny. Merv's like looking at a little puzzled, but anyway, he shakes off. Like, all right, well, let's get into this. And Merv walks in, looking around the room after what has been unfolded so far. He's a little bit wary as to what's happening.
Let Jumble look around too, and he's got 12 on perception.
You both walk in. You see that it's a large, welcoming room, like mainly a living room / just kind of like a living area. There's some doors off to the side, and what seems to be a staircase that kind of goes along the wall from the left to the back, and then back up again, where it's like a banister that wraps around the top part of the other rooms within the house. But there's 2 doors, one to the left and then one to the right, and it looks to be like a door that goes outside to behind the building. But this is like a large living area. You can definitely tell this is a big house because the ceiling is open, big chandelier up top. And also, you don't really notice this, but Merv notices that some of the stuff seems out of place within this room. Like there seems to be a lot of carpet throughout this large living room, oddly placed. And Merv's kind of like, there's a lot of carpet down on the spare floor. That's really weird. Why is that there?
Oh, yeah, you got a good point there, pal. All right, let me just, take a good old look-see, because, hey, I got the peepers for this job. So, Jumble does investigation. 15 on the carpet on the floor.
Yeah, you definitely notice these carpets are weird. Like, they should not be where they are. They're almost like a level above the floor. And you can definitely tell that there is something underneath the carpet kind of holding it a little bit up off the ground. So it's really oddly placed. And there's 6 of them. Some are big rugs, some are small rugs, and they're kind of like, I would say 2 right in front of the door to the left, 2 in front of the door to the right, and then the other 2 are large carpets that are kind of like placed near the center. So there's like a small path you can walk around if need be. Merv goes and reaches for the carpet just to kind of look, and he cannot seem to be able to pull the carpet as he wants to, trying to grab it to lift it up. So he slips on that one. Dang, these fingers are slippery tonight, man. I don't know what's going on.
All right, hey, let me help you out there, pal. And Jumbo reaches into his pack and gets out his crowbar. All right, let's go bar this crow.
That's actually kind of funny.
All right, then. Yep, crowbar in and gets an advantage on strength checks.
Yep,
so-
go ahead.
Would that be athletics again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's 17.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you really didn't even need the crowbar, but like with the crowbar, you're able to just pull up that carpet, and you notice that there's small, round objects underneath this. They're marbles, underneath the rugs. Like someone was doing this to purposely try and trip you guys as you were trying to walk through the building.
Oh, hey, would you look at that? Someone lost their marbles.
Yeah, we found them underneath these carpets. This place is like booby trapped from hell. This is crazy. So Merv after that is kind of like, just follow me. And he's like edging through by the living room, just trying to get around. And so as he does, he's like, okay, I'm going to go to the left and you can go to the right. And at this point, he grabs by the walls. There's some candles, so you can pick them up just you can light the candle and then walk through for light. Because the whole house is dark. There's no lights. So he hands you a candle, like, here you go. And then he goes into the door to the left. So it's up to you to determine which way you want to go.
Well, Jumbo kind of shook his head a bit before that, so, all right. I'll see you later then, pal. And he goes to the other door that he indicated.
Okay. So you make your way to the door. It's just a simple wooden door, nothing fancy. Definitely not as big and strong as the main door, but it is just slightly like, you can definitely tell, like, if you were to kick this thing in, it would splinter. Do a perception check on the door for me, please.
Oh, nat 20.
Okay. You definitely can tell, though, that looking at this door, something's up with it. That you don't know what it is, but you're looking and you know that this thing is booby trapped. Like the way the door handle and everything is, like, just there's not really a whole lot of signs that says what that trap is, but you definitely know that if you were to try to open it, something would happen.
Well, Jumble takes a few steps back from the door and gets out a javelin, and he's just gonna hurl that right at the door. See how the door likes that.
Okay, go ahead and roll, Jack. Be athletics again for your strength.
Oh, not just an attack?
Nope, athletics.
Okay. Let's see, 17.
Oh yeah, that thing hits that door and it splinters it. As soon as it hits the center, the whole thing cracks right in that center, peels up straight vertically, and this whole thing is from the inside out, like opening up a chasm. We were doing it on camera, right in. So, and as it does that, again, another string that was attached to the door actually rips completely off, and what looked to be a trunk of some sort that was being held there comes tumbling down, boom, right in front of the door, slams hard on the ground. And when it does that too as well, do an acrobatics check for me, please.
Let's see, 14.
14? Yeah, barely. But you're able to just do a side step out of the way as you notice the floorboards from where you were standing. When that trunk hit, actually breaks part of the floor and the boards come up.
Wow.
So you're able to sidestep as you watch those boards come up, down into the basement.
Oh, gee, this is a really dangerous place.
Okay, I need you to listen for me.
Perception?
Perception, yes, please.
Let's see, 15.
You hear some screams coming from where Merv had gone through.
Uh-oh.
And
Hey,
it definitely sounds like Merv.
hang on, Merv, I'm coming!
All right, you make your way through. You're carefully maneuver around these carpets now. As you make it to that door, you give me a investigation check.
Let's see. 6.
Okay, you don't notice this because it's a little dark. When you're holding the candle, you start looking around for Merv. Merv is on the ground, covered in feathers and tar, and he is hurting real bad.
So I don't see it.
You hear his screams, but because he had dropped his candle, you had it up high enough to where he's on the ground writhing, so you don't quite see him yet.
Oh, okay.
But over time, after hearing the screams, you finally see him, and you're like, oh, he's just, and just kind of like mad now. Like the pain has subsided for the most part, but he's spitting feathers and stuff and trying to peel some off his nose and face so he can see. He's like half blind, basically.
Geez, Merv, what the heck happened to you?
I don't know. All I know is that at one point I was walking through this door. I thought I was getting on to wherever this item is that I was looking for, and then suddenly I get hit with a bunch of tar and then plastered with feathers. This is nuts. What is this place, man? And he is just like beside himself, just like all frustrated, covered in tar and feathers, uncomfortable completely. Give me a perception check.
It's 15.
Okay. You notice some weird sounds coming from above you, like little footsteps, like like they're moving really quick. Like they're, I don't want to say like lightning fast, but definitely for something that was not supposed to be here, they are bigger than a mouse, but they are definitely not like a large something. Like it's a small something.
Oh, hang on, Merv. Sounds to me like we got somebody upstairs.
Maybe he's the one who did this to us. So his house wasn't abandoned. What in the world is going on? So you guys, Merv comes by you, trying not to touch you because he's covered in feathers and tar, and he makes his way to the living room, and he looks up and is like, hey, if there's someone in this house, you better show your face right now or something bad's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, look, we were just trying to be all nice and polite here. It's your fault for actually trying to booby trap an entire house. I mean, come on, who has the time for that? That is just ridiculous.
Well, maybe if you guys weren't a bunch of losers, I wouldn't have to booby trap my house. And as you do that, are you rolling to see?
No, that was something else.
Okay. Well, roll an investigation.
Oh boy, 4.
Clue what's going on. I need you to roll acrobatics.
Oh boy. At 1.
After that's said, you're looking like, who said that? Who said that? From the top, before it catches your eye, before you guys can even blink, 2 large cans come down from the banister and wrap around to where you are. And they directly hit you. One lands square in your face. The other one hits Merv as well, off a little bit, but not directly on the face, but pretty close to. And you're both going to take 1 damage.
Wow, Jumble takes that can to the face and all of a sudden... He just sounds like something that crawled out of the depths of hell.
Yeah, Merv is on the ground in pain right now. And on top of that, too, he just tripped the carpet that was by him. So he's taking another 1 damage. He stumbles back just in disarray. His roll's really bad, just so you know. And he's on his back now. You hear like whining, like he's trying to breathe. And then from above, the small, whatever it is, it's just like, I'm sorry, but I don't speak, weirdo. And then after that, you can hear what sounds to be barking. And more small steps, even smaller than the one who was speaking. But now they are rushing down the banister along the stairs, making the way down, and you can hear distinct growling and barking as this happens.
Okay, perception to see where, the sound of that voice was coming from. 14.
It's definitely above you along, I remember how I said it was the stairs that went up and there was a banister that wraps completely around almost besides near the back. So it goes from the left and then back of the wall from the living room and then to the right. And then the banister from there wraps to right where the door is and then a bit to the right and to the left. So, and again, there's 2 more rooms above you still. So that's where the voice is coming from, is above you, up in that banister. He had actually pushed down 2 cans attached to rope that had made its way to hit you guys in the face. And now he seems to have sent 2 other things down the stairs that are barking and growling. Roll investigation.
Oh, okay. 8.
Okay. You're not sure what these are that are barking and growling at you, but you definitely know that they are not normal. They're not person or anything. Like, these are animals. Merv's like, this guy's got dogs, man. What's going on? Because he was able, like, once he got up and brushed himself off from the ground and stuff, trying to compose himself, he definitely notices that these are definitely like some highly trained dogs sent to attack you.
Well, Jumble still just got a feral growl going on, and he gets out a javelin and is just gonna hurl it at the direction the voice came from.
Okay. Roll athletics.
24.
All right. Surprisingly enough, the voice is able to barely, and I mean barely, dodge out of the way of that javelin. As it pierces through, as you whip that thing straight up, it pierces through the floor, and you can hear the shunk as it makes its way like almost all the way through. So for the person up there, it looks like a spike just came from the floor all the way up, like a pillar, basically. And then you hear, yikes! And then just scurry as he moves away from that area. Roll initiative.
Okay. 19.
All right.
How's things on your end, Josh?
Get some feedback, actually.
Are people talking?
Well, yeah, you know our crew.
Oh, the usuals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm behind the wheel tonight. What's up? Just kidding, guys. Hopefully it sounds okay. Is it sounding good so far there? Or?
The DM scene is the best so far. Having issues with that other one.
Oh man, we'll have to move it. Well, we can move stuff. Do you want to stop for a second to move, or you want to wait till after the fight?
No, keep going.
Okay.
You guys are good.
All right, you get to go first. So to lay it out right now, the carpet to the lefts are gone where you guys are standing, and then the 2 dogs are right near the stairs coming towards you guys from the back, near where that one, the 2, like, if they're opening doors that open up forward, you know, I'm talking like glass doors that you can pull up to like go out into the garden area or the back of the house.
Like French doors?
Yes, like they're French doors. They're French doors that go out, but I mean, I don't know if there's really French doors in D&D, but they work like that. And they go out to like a garden back area. So they're literally right in front of those doors, making their ways towards you. And they're currently like to the back of that. So there's one big carpet in front of them, but if you were to go from the left, you should be okay. The one to the right is untouched, and the one by where you guys had first came through the house is moved now, since you guys were able to find that trap. So only 2 of the booby trap carpets remain that you're aware of. In front of them, and then to the right of them, towards the right door which you had gone through.
Okay, well, am I first, or?
You're first.
Okay, if I want to make a long jump over to them, that means I need to move 10 for the movement and the jump.
You can make that a full action if you want to do that,
Okay,
with a 1 action to do, yeah.
1 action for the jump. Okay.
Yeah, 1 action for the jump.
Alright, all right, I need to make an action to get out my sword, don't I? Or is that more of a free action sort of thing?
You have to make that action unless you've already done so.
Okay, well, alright, so Jumble gets out his great sword, and then...
Unless you want to do like a full motion where you're jumping and doing like a swing at the same time, then I'll allow it.
Okay, yeah, let's go for that. Jumble still got his, well, bizarre language going on and snarling and roaring, and is gonna try to just cleave one of those dogs. So let's see. Well, I can move up to a number of feet up to my strength score, so that's 22 feet if I jump. So
Yep.
okay,
Fine.
yep.
That's more than enough. You're actually almost able to kind of get up a little bit past the first portion of the stairs and then come back down with that jump. Roll. Okay, if you're gonna do this though, I want 2 rolls from you.
Okay.
I want acrobatics first, and then I want to roll to hit.
Let's see. That's 9 on acrobatics.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
It's not going to be as like, it's not a large leap, but it's enough to where you can get to where you need to be. So you're within range, but it definitely is not something where you feel like you would be comfortable like coming over them. So you just made it.
okay. For the attack.
Roll again for the crit.
Let's see. 14.
That's a hit. And you're attacking the one dog, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, that's 2d6s plus 6, so. 12 damage, slashing.
I'm gonna give you a choice. Do you want me to paint the picture or do you want to do it?
Let's hear what you've got.
Okay. So as you make this leap, which at first you are so in the moment, like you said, you're in the current mental state you're in with this guy. He's just like death and jump, and you thought you were gonna be a little farther than you had gotten, but it was enough. And as you came down on this dog, who was barking and yapping at you, you completely hit so hard that you nearly cleave the dog in half. You hear a quick yelp once the blade hits, and nothing else, as the skin and bone is peeled as if it were simply a head of lettuce. Alright, well, now it's the second dog's turn. He is now going to turn to you after what has happened, snarling and growling in an angry way, and he is going to try and bite at your leg.
Snarling and growling right back.
And he misses the first time, because I'm sure it's your AC is over 5.
Oh, yeah.
And he tries again, coming back around, aiming for this time at your the middle of your torso, towards the bottom part. Like he's aiming for your junk. 15.
Doesn't hit.
No. Again, misses. Coming back and just still mad, but and no avail to attack you. Merv now, upon this, seeing what you can do, amps him up, feeling a little more encouraged now that we can do this, and he comes running to try and help you, and I'm going to roll right now to see if he notices the carpet.
Oh, boy.
He actually does, and crazily enough, he leaps only with a pocket knife, a dagger, if you will, to try and stab this dog. Like it's a full action, like he's running. He makes it over the carpet with a jump, and now he's just trying to just get that last stab in. It could have been a crit, but his last roll was failure. And he does 2 damage to the dog, able to just stab it right in the shoulder and lets off. And now he's on the other side of the dog, so you guys both have him. You're like in the front, the dog is looking at you, and now he's to the back of the dog, so he's right behind it, giving you a flanking advantage. Your turn.
Okay. Well, Jumble still got this demonic rage going on practically, so, just almost like as if he was going straight from, the downwards cleave, he's just gonna go a side cleave to that remaining.
Oh, horizontal, okay. Go ahead.
Nope. 24 to hit.
Yeah, the 2, 26, yeah, it hits.
Okay. That's 16 slashing.
Again, do you want me to do it or do you want to do it?
I like what you've got so far.
Yeah, okay. The horizontal slash, once again, it cuts through this dog like butter. Again, side slash, you hear just a quick yipe, and then poof. All of a sudden, there is nothing but legs standing, and the torso has gone up, spiraling a little bit into the air after that clean cut, rolling like a sausage in a sense, until blood spirals from the body until it hits the ground. Dog completely instant death. And again, these dogs were not ordinary. Upon being closer now, you are able to see these are almost like demonic in a sense. Red-eyed, completely being up close now with the light, you're able to see that these things are like out of proportion. Like these are some weird looking dogs. You've never seen dogs like this before.
Alright, well, Jumbo goes up to the one he cleaved in half and is gonna try to rip the head off what's left of it.
All right, roll athletics.
12.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't say it's so clean. You struggled a little bit, but you added a little more pressure and strength. You pop the head completely off.
Jumbo rips it off and just like holds it up triumphantly.
Merv is just astounded at this. And he's taking a little bit of credit now. He's feeling pretty good. He's like, yeah, that's what you get when you mess with this team. We're the dream team, yeah! And he's like, a high five. He's like,
Jumbo kind of shakes his head all of a sudden. It's like, sees his hand up and, oh, okay. Hey, what? Where did this come from? What?
you don't remember? Dude, you just cleaved these things. You're crazy strong. It was amazing.
Okay, thanks.
Anyway, I didn't see anything in my room. I don't know if you saw anything in your room, but whatever that little freak is that hit me with those cans, I bet he's guarding the thing we need to get, so we need to get up there.
Alright then.
Alright, are you guys gonna make your way up the stairs then?
Yep, seems like the best bet.
Okay, roll an investigation for me, please.
Makes sense. Okay. Alright, 15.
Okay. You both notice that as you're walking, some reason some of the boards seem a bit off as you're moving up. And with a little bit of pressure, especially Merv, because he rolled really high on that, he noticed that, like, I'm pretty sure that some of these boards have traps underneath it that set something off. So he looks back and he says, walk lightly. And he kind of like very gently walk past those boards that he feels with his feet 'cause it's in front of you as you guys make your way up the steps. So that way you don't set anything off. Because you can tell a little bit, but Merv especially knows that these boards are not right. Something is wrong with these.
So I'm
With
kind of
the
following
planks that
behind
go up
him
the
to
stairs,
follow
yes.
his lead.
Just very gingerly tiptoeing up those steps. And as you guys make your way up, you notice along the wall these like family portraits, like beautiful. Like they had a whole full family. Everything looks great. Like they looked very happy at one point. And as you get further up, you start to notice that some of the family members start disappearing. Suddenly, there's no longer. There was a father and a mother and what seemed like at least 4 or 5 kids together in a happy photo. So suddenly now there's only one child and then the mother and the father. And then the last photo, as you make your way finally up the last part of the steps, only one child. And he does not look happy. As you finally make your way up to the end where you get to the banister, as you can see, with the wraparound now for what's left of the floor, around that edge, roll investigations.
14.
Okay. Merv is kind of like, wow, this place is really big. So kind of looking around how big the room is from where he was. So he's not noticing. But you definitely notice that once again, like walking along this banister around that area from that walkway, it still seems out of place. Like there's something going on. You're not quite sure, but you definitely know that ahead there's got to be like some type of trap or something going on. It is not normal.
I grab that. I'm taking too many steps forward, like.
What's going on?
Oh, hang on, Merv. I think we got some more traps in the floor here.
Oh, okay. Merv thinks about it and he reaches into his coat and he grabs something kind of heavy, almost like a bowling ball of some sort. You don't quite know why he had it on him, but he's got this heavy object. So he just takes it, he looks straight down, and he's going to throw it to see if he can just kind of get these traps set off. And the thing rolls and nothing happens. It rolls off to the side a little bit, and then he thinks he's like, yeah, and it just rolls off the banister and then hits the ground below. Where you're down on the first floor, and you hear again bust, and it goes completely through the floor. So now there's a big, I wouldn't say a big hole, but like whatever the size of that object was, like a bowling ball, that metal, I would almost say like a cannonball, basically just right through the floor. And he's like, oh, I guess my aim's a little off. Oh well. And he just shrugs and he moves a little bit forward.
Oh, hang on, Merv. I think you're onto something here. Jumbo reaches into his pack and he looks around and gets out a hammer and his rope and ties the rope to the hammer, kind of, you know, swings it around a little and just get a good whack on things from a
Okay.
distance.
Roll athletic check. How many times are you gonna do that?
5, 6 times.
For it.
So roll 5 times, or
Yep.
okay. Oh, right. 23, 13, 21, 22, and 10. I think that was 5 rules.
Okay. Out of the 3 that you did, as you were hitting the floor, you noticed that part of that floor, the boards would go right up, and the other one's right up, and then all when you hit one time, didn't do anything, and the other one went right up. So these boards are definitely off. Like, but you notice that like if there's a center, like the way the beams are set, that are holding it as support beams underneath the wood, that you should be able, so long as you walk on that support beam, you should be okay. But the floor is definitely loose.
Okay, so that thing where the board would like whack us in the face if we step on it, basically?
Yeah, or you would slide off by the banister if you were
Ah.
holding on, and you would go down.
Gotcha.
So it just depends on where you're standing, basically.
All right.
But so long as you know the support beams are vertical, so long as you stay in the center on the beam, you should be okay.
Alright. Oh, I know. Reel in my rope and hammer and just safe beam to walk on then.
Yeah, that was a good call. That was really smart.
Hey, I'm just following your lead there, Merv.
Ah, it was nothing. Man, we make a great team. And he starts walking forward. I want you guys to roll acrobatics now as you walk across this beam.
Oh boy. 11.
Okay, a little wobbly. You can notice the boards teeter, but Marv is like a natural. He's like walking like a trapeze artist, hands out, no problems. He's smirking to himself like he's got this all taken care of, looking like a flightless bird. You're kind of like, ooh, a little shaky, but you got the gist of it, and you're following right behind him. As that happens, though, a small being all of a sudden appears from behind the door to the right, which you guys are heading towards right now, because you didn't go to the door to the left. You're trying to walk all the way across there so you can get to the door on the right. So currently, right now, you're literally above where you had walked in. So you made it that way through, and you took a right, so you're going to the right door first. And as you do that, a small person all of a sudden peers up from where that door is, and he has some type of weapon in his hand, and he's got it pointed at you two. And he's like, "You guys should have stayed downstairs," and he's going to fire a bolt at Merv and you. So he launches straight, eyes cocked, poop. And I need you guys to roll acrobatics.
17.
Merv is going to take one to the shoulder. Actually, first let's roll to see if he hits Merv. Oh, yeah. Merv takes the bolt to the shoulder. Angus, what's your play?
Let's see.
Oh, roll for... Never mind. Anyway, Merv takes 2 damage to his shoulder. He's like, ah! He's kind of screaming in pain a little bit. And then you see the little person, which, roll investigations.
16.
Okay, Merv's a little bit in pain, but he can kind of see, but you definitely notice that this is some type of human child doing this.
Some type of human child.
Yeah, I mean, he must be kind of monstrous to be setting up these traps or whatever, but he's definitely, he definitely looks human in a sense, but it's definitely a child. It's not like a halfling. It's not an whatever. This is a child, regardless, not an adult. And he has fired the crossbow, and it hits Merv right in the shoulder, and he's screaming. And then he goes, "Yes!" And then he runs up the stairs. Which happens to be right as soon as you walk in the right door. The door you guys are facing now, it goes to the right. So he's just like, yes. And then he starts going up what looks to be like some type of like ladder stairs that goes into an attic. But yeah. So Merv takes that. He keeps his composure though. He's able to keep standing, but he's like, "I'm gonna get that kid!" And now he's frustrated, so he's kind of running, and he makes the way across, and he's gonna go. He's going after the stairs right after him.
No, Jumble just gets an unsettling grin on his face. Ooh, he wants to play. He wants to play. Ooh, let's play. Let's play. Let's play.
Okay. So you guys make it across that beam. The board's kind of wicky-wacky, whatever, but you got your balance. You make it across. You see the stairs for the ladder. Again, Merv at this point is like no longer like checking things out. He's in a state of rage because he's got shot with an arrow in the shoulder. So he's gonna try and make his way up the stairs and he's gonna roll acrobatics. You aren't to the stairs yet because the way it's set up is like it's one of those ones where you pull that ladder down to climb up. So there's not really enough room for both you guys to try and make it out. So he's right in the way. So I'm going to have him roll an acrobatics check. And no, he is going to get hit with a trunk. Another like large, looks like it's full of clothes or something, but the kid pushes it onto the stairs from the opening down. Merv takes that trunk to the face, and it hits him so hard that it renders him unconscious, barely moving. Like you can hear like a snap almost in his neck when it hits him, and he falls off the stairs to the ground. Like it's a deafening thud and snap, and then poof on the ground.
Have a nice fall.
Merv does not respond. He is on the ground and he's not moving.
Okay, well, Jumble's just gonna. How high would you say that little door is?
Honestly, Jumbo could probably. How tall are you?
He's 6'5".
You could probably reach up with your hand and grab it. You can literally grab the top from where those stairs are coming up.
Okay, well, he'll grab the top and kind of vault himself into the attic.
All right, roll. You know what? Roll athletics first.
Yeah.
I want to see your strength on this.
Let's see. 15.
Okay, now roll acrobatics to see how well you land.
Oh, wow.
With what you were so shocked at how strong you are, it takes you back a bit, but you're able to lift yourself up in like one fell swoop and do like a weirdly almost perfect somersault front flip to land up in the attic, because you literally just like grab like, oh, like wow, I actually lift myself up. Like you did yourself with enough strength to put almost 5 feet into the air and do a tumble to land on your feet.
And he sticks the landing, judges.
As you walk in, roll. Okay, as you land, roll investigation. Don't hit the table.
Hit the table. 15.
15. Oh yeah, you look around. It's a bit dusty, but for some reason, for being an attic, it's very open. And what little dust is in the beginning, as you look out farther, the room is well lit. Again, there's the picture of the creepy kid. Now you can definitely tell it's the same person that just shot your friend. And he's it's got some chairs, like it's like almost like an office area, and in the center, like with the couch, and there's seems to be like a fireplace. Like for being an attic, this can definitely tell us where this person has been lived in. Besides to the back of you, where there's some dust and cobwebs, up near the front, this is like well lit window, whatever. Like it almost looks like someone's living space, but it is cleaned. You see the fire and stuff, and in the center, with this like beautiful rug, there happens to be a pedestal that has a bright object on it. It's got a crest of some sort. It's floating above the pedestal, oddly enough. Like it's not being held there, it's actually floating. And it's weird. But as you see that, there seems to be like an off chair, like a lounge chair kind of, but tall. And you notice little feet sitting there or whatever. You hear the voice from the child. Well, I'm glad someone finally made it here. It's been a while since I've had company. Do you like my games? Do you like my traps?
Oh, yes, sir.
I want to play.
Oh, great.
Like this monologue. Like now he's stepped in front, hands behind the back, walking a little bit back and forth. It's like, you know, my brothers and sisters didn't want to play games with me. So unfortunately, I had to stop them from ever trying to play again. My parents didn't want to play games either. Do this, do that. And I just couldn't stand it anymore. So I made them disappear.
Jumble's not really listening. He's trying to find his hand axes.
Oh. Okay, so I just searching whatever. He goes, like, it's a monologue. So it's like.
Oh, yeah, so he could monologue while he's just looking for his hand.
So now I'm the last one. And I've got to say, I never knew how valuable this object was until recently. You and whatever other people have tried to come here so many times to get have failed every time. And I am going to make sure you guys keep failing because it's my object and no one else can have it. And at this point, you can you look and like an aura around him. Eyes kind of reddish or some sort. Like he almost looks demonic in a sense. Like he's got this weird creepy aura about him that just feels off. Like even for not knowing magic, you can definitely tell something's wrong with this kid, even for you. Say your prayers. And at this point, he pulls out the bow and we need to roll initiatives.
Okay, Ozma, I want a happy little pony, and oh yeah, it can eat people too, and 7 for initiative.
Okay, so you are going after our opponent here. Okay.
Oh, and I've got a hand axe in each hand now.
No, do you? Okay.
Why? Because I was looking. I found him.
Well, that's good. Because I've got mine, and he fires again another bolt at you. Does 14 hit?
Nope.
It dodges right by you, again missing. Stand still! This isn't fair!
Okay.
Alright, 16.
Nope.
Gosh. Again, dodging off to the side. That's ridiculous! And he has one more bonus action to fire another bolt. Alright, does 17 hit? Yeah, of course it's 18. Again, missing. I'm taking it this time it's 18, so it was close. It's got to be 18. You cannot be higher than 18.
Yeah, I'm 18.
Okay. For first level, that's scary. But no, I mean, it's right. So yeah, again, this was almost by your face, but it just misses barely. Like, you can feel the wind, but again, you were well aware of it. Like, nope. And now he's stomping his foot all angry and mad from across the room as to why it didn't hit. And it's your turn.
Action with my hand axes to cleave him apart.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Okay, let's see. That's 10 slashing damage.
All right. You come across and you're able to slash about from the chest, and the cut comes through and it bleeds. You're like, ah! And it almost does not sound human. It's almost like a coming from him. The child creature now is upset with this. Skin starts becoming a little darker, eyes starting to definitely glow red, and you can kind of see, like, again, like, there's, like, some type of, like, heat aura coming off him that is otherworldly.
Ooh,
and he's no longer supposed to, and he drops the bow and comes at you with what seems like claws. All of a sudden, his hands are dark, his skin is like thin, and he comes at you and tries to slash at your chest.
Ooh, you want to trim those?
All right, 18.
That hits.
Well, okay. You take 1 damage across as the nails barely scrape against your chest, only scratching the surface, not really drawing blood.
Is that slashing?
Yeah.
I have resistance to it, so does it still do 1?
No blood. You didn't even draw skin. He just scratched it.
Thank you. I had an itch.
And again, he comes across again, up top now at the chest with the other hand. 19.
That hits.
4 this time.
Okay, so 2 damage.
Again, a scream as now the skin seems to go frail. His frame is super thin. The clothes on him seem to bag off a little bit. No one steals the object from Kevon McAllister!
Oh, okay. Can I borrow it?
What? And his brain's like confused at this. Like, why would someone ask that? It's your turn, by the way.
Oh, yeah. You know, you look like you could use a scratch. Okay, so that's 23 to hit. 23?
Yes, it hits.
Okay. 9 slashing.
Okay. Another slash again. Which way? You cutting vertically, horizontally, like?
From the side.
Okay, so yeah, horizontally. You come across again, adding another scratch upon the chest. This time drawing blood, but what looked like it had been red at first is actually some type of deep purplish, off-world color, almost demonic. It screeches again, all frustrated and in pain.
Does any get on Jumble's hand?
Hmm?
Does any of that blood get on Jumble's hand?
No, as you cut across, it goes flinging into the air. So as you cut clean, it catches the blade and goes across the walls a bit.
Ooh, pretty. And well, I have 2 light weapons, so I'm gonna do a bonus action with the other axe.
Okay.
So let's see. Yeah. Okay. So. Oh, nat 20 to hit.
Roll for crit.
19, or well, plus 8. So.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. So that's 2d6s to roll. Or oh right, it's double.
Doubled. Yep.
Okay, so 7, so 14.
All right.
And that comes from the other side.
All right. I'm gonna paint the scene again.
With purple blood?
Yes. This time, as you cut in, instead of just ripping across, it goes thunk into the body. And this time, you can see it screaming out, and you can see blood start to come out of the mouth and stuff. This thing stumbles as you retract your axe from his body, it's pouring right out. He hisses and, no, I just wanted the treasure for myself. And he does
The purple river.
he stumbles back holding his chest, and he goes, as flames start to come up and develop his body, turning him back into what looks like a normal little boy before falling to the ground in death.
Is there still purple blood on the ground, or did that also go up in flames?
It's still along the walls, but it's starting to evaporate. Like you can kind of see like the smoke and flame as it's starting to come off of the walls and stuff. So,
Ooh, finger paints! And Jumble's gonna go over and paint a smiley face with it.
okay, and as he does so, you can start to notice the smiley face starts to slowly disappear as a weird smoky flame starts to envelop it.
Aww.
Not really catching you, but just to dissipate itself.
Not fair. Then I look at the dead boy. Ooh, a paintbrush! And I pick him up and start trying to paint a smiley face with his dead, bleeding body.
Merv makes his way up the steps now, beaten and broken, looking at what the hell is going on? What was that, kid? I heard the screams from downstairs. I was trying to climb up here. That doesn't sound human at all. What happened?
And Jumble kind of shakes his head a little. I have no idea.
Well, at least the object is there, man. That's great. And as you, he goes for the object. Roll perception.
Darn. 9.
You don't notice it. Merv doesn't notice it, but there seems to be some yells and howls and whistles coming from outside the building. And what sounds, you guys can't hear it, but definitely a group of people are making their way towards the house, and they definitely sound like they're authority figures. So you get, hey, this way! Roll again for perception.
15.
Yeah. This time definitely. You guys hear from like as they stumble into the house, and you can definitely tell like they're authority figures, like they're coming to check out what's going on. Because unaware to you, during the time while you were climbing up there, McAllister had lit off a firework of some sort to alert people around him that something was going on, drawing attention to the house. So as this happened, Merv's like, "Oh no, we gotta grab this and get out of here!" And he takes the object and he's like, "Let's go!" And he looks around, and as you do so, try and find a way out of the building.
Well, Jumble's a little...
You have 4 tries to figure out how to get out before the authorities arrive upstairs.
We're by a window right now.
Yeah, there's that big, large window. It almost looks like a stained glass, in a sense. Like, it's not like a beautiful, like, elaborate picture, but definitely a different color than what a normal window would be. So it's stained, but not to the sense of where it would be like a rose or some type of object, but it is definitely like cathedral-like.
All right, we got a vamoose, and Jumble, basically grabs a chair and tries to throw it through that window. So
All right, do that athletics check.
Let's see. Wait, 21.
Oh yeah. You whip that thing, letting go with such force that as soon as it hits, it just shatters and just crumbles around from afterwards. You can see some of the glass start to fall and hit the ground and shatter off. So it's like a clean break. Like there's no way of cutting yourself on the way out. Like you completely almost shatter the full window besides whatever's left up top from where you would hit. So if walking out, you should have no problem. Versus, oh my gosh, I forget how strong you are. That's awesome.
I know, right?
All right. So what now? You got 3 turns left.
Okay. We're on the 3rd story.
Yep.
Okay. I'll quick glance, just what's down below us from here.
Do an investigation.
Yeah, darn. Yep, double darn. 4.
All right, it's dark down there, so you can't really tell. But Merv is able to look himself, and he can definitely tell that there's some bushes and stuff, and there's a couple of trees along the side of the building. But for the most part, it's actually like a cement path up from the door, and the ground looks hard and covered in snow, so you're not sure what's there. But one path straight from where the window is, that's cement, and then to the sides by the windows are trees, but they're about 10 to 15 foot away, so it would take a leap to get to them. And then there are like hedges around the front from where the entrance of the door is.
All right, well, turn to Merv and say, hop on! Get on my back sort of thing.
All right. Merv's like, oh, you're crazy, but all right, let's do this. And he is going to gingerly grab around your neck, and he's also got the object in his coat now. So he's put it in his coat, and he's got his arms around you.
Okay.
2 turns left.
Well,
and at this point, you can kind of hear him. They've already made it up the stairs, and they're looking around, trying to figure out how to get up to where you are.
let's see. Well, okay, Jumble's at least gonna get a hand axe in one hand and then leap out to the nearest tree. If need be, he can use that axe to get a good grip on it.
Okay.
So, athletics for that?
Yep. Athletics and then acrobatics after that.
Let's see, athletics, 22.
All right.
And acrobatics is a 10.
Okay. So you're able to leap with enough strength to jump and make it to the tree without any issues. But upon grabbing the tree, your grip is not that great. You slide a little bit, but you're still able to get yourself on there, so you can hold on. You hold on tight enough to stop yourself.
Okay.
But you did slide a little bit. Like you grab, you're like, whoops, it went shh, and then you're like, oh, stop. Yeah.
Axe in one hand, so slide with the hand, but
Axe,
hand
yes,
just,
exactly. You slip and like, thump, and to catch yourself. And, wrong dice. Merv
Oh boy.
Merv lost grip. Merv lost grip bad.
Can I don't know, roll to try and catch him? Would that be athletics or acrobatics?
Sleight of hand.
Oh, sleight of hand, right, good point. Yep, I'll roll for that. Axe is lodged in, so try to grab with my free hand, that sort of thing.
Yep.
19.
Yeah. Quick thinking as he slips, he goes, "Whoa!" You instantly, like, almost out of instinct, just reach back and grab him to hold him. So you're able to pull him back up, and he grips back onto your shoulders. Whew, thought I was a goner there. Thanks, man.
Yeah, you better hold on. You got the loot.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'm glad I have it. You might have dropped me. Go ahead.
All right. Well, then, yeah, just try to climb down the tree and hoof it.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way down the tree at this point. You've got with that axe and stuff, you should have no problem just as you slide down. And you make it quick enough to where they've just now made it to the window and you guys are on the ground. Murph looks up, it's like, "You almost caught us!" And he goes, "Eh." And then he's like, "Let's go!" And he motions for you to get moving and head towards out into the streets.
Okay, yep. And, well, Jumble first kind of like backs away and pelvic thrusts like Yeah.
Yeah, you guys both do kind of like a little like na 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 dance before you take off.
Yeah.
So you bolt, and unfortunately, Merv does not make it as guards, as you make your way around the corner, you're like, "Yeah, smooth sailing, blah, blah, blah." They grab onto his arms and yank him, but he tosses you the object. So roll for athletics. See if you can catch it.
10.
Roll acrobatics for me, please.
12.
Okay. As he throws, like, "Take it!" And you get your hands on it, and you kind of like the whoop, 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 and finally you grab onto it, like, "Got it." And he's like, "Run! Run, man, run!"
Okie doke.
And last thing you hear is them cuff Merv as you make your way down into the night, into the streets and back alleys away from the authorities.
Ben Jumble shakes his head like, "Wait, where's Merv?"
And that's the end.
Well done, gentlemen.
Wow. Can you guess the inspiration behind this adventure?
I don't know. I do know that our villain for the night was Home Alone.
What? No.
Yeah, crazy.
Carlton McCall.
Who would have thought? No, it's Kevon McAllister, thank you.
Right.
Or I also like to call him Kevon.
Keyball.
That was Jep's backstory, actually. You did better than he did.
Somehow.
You actually escaped with the item. Jep did not. That was actually pretty smart thinking, though, with the axe. I did not think of that. Very, very perceptive.
Well, if you got an axe in a tree.
That's a good point. Yeah, Merv's health at the end of that was 0. I did not expect to roll a 4. I only gave him 10 health, but I figured we wouldn't have a problem with the dogs. They had 8 HP, so every time you swung on them, you annihilated them. McAllister had 24.
Let's see.
I forgot. I should have known with you being a barbarian that your AC was going to be high with your strength, because you can actually wear that heavy armor.
Oh yeah, unarmored defense. I've got AC is Dex mod plus Con mod.
God, yeah. So.
Yeah. But yeah, dang. They had. What did you say the dogs had? 8 health.
8 health.
Okay, and I got +6 to my slashing damage already. So.
Yeah, exactly. And the dogs have 8 AC.
And wow, yeah, I could not have not hit them unless I roll 1. I think.
Yeah, you wouldn't naturally roll the 1. I figured this is so simple, something to throw out, but also to give Merv some damage. But I did not expect you to. Yep, dead. Oh yeah, that's a crit. Cool.
On a random dog.
Yeah, I was hoping that McAllister was going to take out Merv when they got up there, but I was not expecting Merv to get killed by literally a trunk of clothes. But he wasn't dead, it was a 0, so he would have just been unconscious.
Trunk of clothes.
Yeah. Those traps, too. Had you guys actually gone to investigate, like you were able to solve the traps, but had you actually gone to explore every single room and looked around, there were more traps in different rooms.
Whoa. Yeah, that seemed likely.
You burned your hand. Oh, I see where this is going.
Well, I'll admit I didn't quite see it coming just then, but as soon as we got inside, it was, well, I think I know the general plot. But I'm still curious to see where we go.
I still can't believe the paint cans hit you guys. That was quacktastic. That was nat 22. I'm like, well, you guys are not going to be able to dodge. And, oh, are you guys paying attention? No. Oh. Perfect. I loved it. That was actually a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Simple and sweet, but a good test. How are we doing, techie guy?
Oh, well, we have a couple issues, of course, but they can be fixed later.
Okay.
Got some good input, some good feedback from the chat there a little bit.
Excellent. Well, thanks, guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
It helps out a lot. This is a whole new room for us. We're doing a whole bunch of tests to figure out what works, what doesn't work for the upcoming shows that we're working on. Super excited, by the way. You finally have to see firsthand at one of our characters over there. That's Jumble, be part of our party, a new character for our buddy Rude here. And you guys get to see a little bit of Jep Sessio's backstory, as that's part of his
Yeah.
origin.
Jumble, unfortunately, wasn't part of it. That probably would have helped him out a lot.
Oh, yeah, if Jumble had been there, I think Jep would have been successful and not had to worry about what happened to Merv. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I'm excited. And our other characters are coming out well. What's Heather's character now?
Well, do we want to spoil it? Or?
Yeah, we'll let her, you're right. And same thing with Chris. Chris is also very excited for his.
Well, I helped Heather set hers up, and yeah, she was very excited when we got into working it out.
Yeah, I was
so.
surprised. I did not even think about that. I'm like, huh, yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it beats the currently off-screen campaign I'm playing right now, teaching a kid to play D&D. And we're all clerics besides one warlock, which is our techie guy. So there's 3 clerics and a warlock, and 2 of them are in the same life domain.
Oh.
And about healing.
Well,
One so more than the other.
At least, that's good support for not dying.
Yes.
That is true. I can blow up a lot of things, and we got people to back that up. So.
Well, that's all we gotta do is like heal the glass cannon, basically. Just keep you in health and let you just dominate.
Like a glass tank.
It's like that, like the Power Rangers stuff where you just put the hand on the shoulder and go, yeah! And just give him support as he just annihilates stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah!
yeah, so should we conclude this test, or you guys want to do anything else?
Is there anything else we need to do right now, or?
Not currently. Everything else will come within the following weeks, so.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for tuning in right now. We're gonna actually, can we put up that one image to show what we're gonna do next?
Which image?
The teaser image, or do you want to wait?
I mean, it's up to you guys. I don't.
What do you think? Should we tell them where our next campaign is gonna be, or?
I think we can tease. That's
Yeah, let's do it.
give 'em something.
It's still a part of it. We've done backgrounds. We're doing new backgrounds. We've got new images for our logo. We're working on a whole bunch of different intros. We actually have a great guy who's going to be doing our song as well, a talented musician. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a new DM too. So some new stuff, some old faces, and it's going to be a blast. It's going to be I would say it's going to be really put together. Do we have the image up yet? I can't tell.
I'm gonna pull it up.
Pulling it up right now.
Oops.
Right.
No.
Little guy there, little teaser.
Yep.
Whoa.
And if you can see this, whoever's watching, we're doing the Curse of Strahd next. We are going to Ravenloft. Super, super exciting. I've been wanting to do this one for a long time. I love, like, vampires, stuff like that, etc., werewolves. And it's all, like, gothic-type horror stuff, but not quite. It's civilized. I'm not really familiar with Ravenloft. I know you read some of the books, right, Rude?
Well, yeah, I read the Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, or at least glanced through it. You warned me off of don't read too much into Strahd, so you're not spoiling yourself.
Yeah,
but...
because, I mean, there's a lot to know about him, and even I know very little. I was actually following other people online that play D&D that did Curse of Strahd, but I had to stop because I don't want to know about it. And I actually watched one group that was actually testing before the book had come out for what was to be put in there.
Oh.
So that was kind of neat. But again, I had to stop when you started this channel. I'm like, well, I can't get into it because I want to do Curse of Strahd at some point, so I can't actually watch. So I've like kind of cut myself from the outside of any of that stuff happening, but I'm really pumped. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and again, we've got our 2 live crew, the 4 amigos, with new characters. We're not gonna have Saren and Burnley in them, but the characters we've created are just as great. I'm really excited. My character gets to talk with a New York accent. Actually, more Brooklyn now I think about it. Brooklyn. I don't know. I'm working on it, but it's gonna be great. And as you heard from Rude, his character has different personalities, which is awesome. It's gonna be crazy.
Should be interesting to play, and hopefully, you know, the team can kind of steer him in the right direction occasionally.
Oh yeah, I don't know. My character is more about like stealing as well as not being upset, so that's gonna be nuts. But I think me and you might be a bad influence, but I'm super excited. Even Chris is playing a character he normally does not play, so he will not be his normal chaotic Burnley self. But we'll see how the group works out. I'm really excited.
I somehow find that hard to believe.
I know, right? But no, he's not gonna be the whole. Oh, I can't. He might see this. I don't want to tease
Can't
him.
even really say. Yeah. Not yet, anyway.
But yeah, we'll see how he acts. But I'm really excited to see what's happening. But again, thank you guys so much for joining us, for hanging out with us as we're doing our tests and stuff. It's been a blast. We're hoping to have more along the way. Again, 23rd is the official day that we are starting the first part of this campaign. And I'm really excited to see our new guy, Colin, what he has to bring to the table. Did I say Colin again?
It's Colin, man.
Colin, Brian, Colin.
Yeah, be
I'm
calling.
Okay, thank you. I'll from now on. Colin.
Hope you're not watching.
I don't know why I say Colin. It just sounds natural to me.
Right.
Colin. All right. Colin will be DMing. He's got a lot of experience from what I've been told. He knew a lot about the lore, so I'm really excited to see what he brings to the table. And we're just going to have fun. We're just going to be a good time. And with our new rig and setup, as you can see, we're not in the usual room. We've migrated to the Techie Guy's house. So,
In the heart of his domain.
yes.
Welcome
Right
to
here.
the Dungeon of Pain.
There you go.
Thank you, Paige. He's got to get us all to work.
Exactly.
Right.
The third shifter, while the rest of us work in the morning.
Yeah. I like the night life.
Baby. Na. I do too, but I also like sleep. So I guess we'll wrap this up. Thanks again for helping us, chatting with us, and doing a quick little test run. And we will have more for you guys later. Take it easy.
Boy.
Bye.